Yo, it's your boy Ari the Architect with More Than a Haircut podcast. Man, I got a special guest on. I think he a damn fool. He's hilarious. What's up, man? I
What
got
up,
my
dog?
dog Rod Minger, man.
What's up, dog? What is happening, man?
Man, ain't nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, man, introduce yourself, bro.
Hi, man. Rod Minger from Montgomery, Alabama. Been here in Atlanta since 2007. Actor, comedian, entertainer, thespian, you name it, I can do it. I can even come to your barbershop and cut hair if y'all got some spots. I come up there and make it happen. I can't do nothing but bald heads, but it's gonna be the best bald heads y'all ever had in that shop. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, what you gonna cut them with?
Clippers or razor, whatever they need. I can put some magic shave on there, bro. Whatever they need to do to get bald head, I know all the tips.
We not gonna give you no goddamn nerve. Fuck that shit.
I tried that one time, though. I burnt the hell out of my ass. I ain't gonna lie. Hell yeah.
No, I wouldn't suggest it.
No, I tried it. My first time being bald, I tried it and it burnt the hell out of me.
I already know it, man. So you already told the people where you from.
Mm-hmm.
So man, did you grow up playing, in the sports or doing any music or anything?
Yeah, man. So I grew up playing baseball. I played baseball. That was, I guess, my dad's idea. And then as I got a little older, I was gifted with a nice little vertical. You know what I'm saying? So I could dunk a little bit. So I played a little ball around the hood.
Yeah.
Dunked on a couple of people. I couldn't shoot, couldn't dribble, but I could dunk. That was the gift I had. And then my grandfather played the trumpet. So when I got in the 7th grade, I joined the band, and my grandfather used to give me trumpet lessons. And he got me started, and I stuck with it. Switched to baritone, went to high school on the baritone.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up being drum major in high school. Went to college playing baritone. Ended up being drum major in college. So, that was all from my granddad's seed he planted.
Wow. Well, before I ask you the next question, I want to give a big fuck you to my homeboy, Kevin Hervey. When I was in school, I wanted to play the trumpet. Man, this cocksucker was disrupting the class. And I didn't know he knew how to play, any instrument that he could, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like, man, this nigga just fucked the whole class up every day, man. Every day. But he was cold. He wound up being cold though.
Yeah, you gotta have a special imagination, man, to be able to play an instrument. It takes a lot of creativity, a lot of memorization. So we some different people.
Yeah. What college did you go to?
Stillman College, man. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, man. Home of the Roll Tide. Blue Pride Marching Tigers, man. Yeah, man. You know what that is. You know who that is.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I bet it's hard not to. Out of the last 10 years, we got most of the championships. So just Google who won the most championships in the last 10 years. You'll find us.
That's like the Lakers and the Celtics. Somebody
you better believe it, baby. It's history down there. We call it Title Town is what we call it. Title Town.
How was that experience for you, man? Coming from Alabama and then experiencing college. You know what I'm saying? How A Different World was big on us.
Right.
Me being from Memphis, seeing Bill Cosby and then them creating A Different World kind of like gave us a different outlook on being successful, man, as youth. Like, was that something that was an influence?
Man, that's funny that you said that because A Different World is the reason I wanted to go to an HBCU.
Wow.
Because, I was one of those guys, like, some people go because, they feel like it's the only option they have. Yeah. I actually really, really wanted to go because the high school I went to was 50-50 black and white. So, even the band was like more so of a core style band, which in layman's terms, that's the little classical music don't nobody want to listen to at halftime.
Yeah.
So that's what I played in high school. Then I went to college. I wanted the college experience of playing the hip hop and playing with the culture and, being around more black people. You know what I'm saying? I wanted that opportunity to be able to do that, man. And that's why I chose Stillman.
For real. Was it a culture shock for you? Like I'm saying, you saying growing up around or
Nah, I mean, where I'm from, there was a lot of black people. Just my school just happened to be mixed. But Montgomery is very black.
I got you.
And then not really culture shock, man. The only thing that kind of shocked me, man, just I couldn't believe how big our band was. Our band was massive. And the type of music we were playing, I was excited to be able to play some music that I could, I was rooted with. So that helped.
Gotcha. So you going from doing the music, dunking on people, as you said in the hood, and in the game. So like what was the transition from saying, okay, Now I'm in school. This is coming to an end.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball, sports coming to an end. How did you get into the lane of comedy? Like what
What,
struck a nerve and said like, all right, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna do this. Were
well,
you
I
doing
was
jokes
all.
and shit then?
Yeah, I mean, kinda, but not like I am now. I was always naturally funny because my grandmother was hilarious. My grandmother was
For real.
super. She was. I mean, man, my grandmother just put me in stitches. I probably was laughing at shit when I was young that I probably shouldn't have been old enough to understand. But
But
my
you,
grandmother just talked like a real old school nigga. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So she was hilarious, and I think my sense of humor came from her. She was blunt, just like I am.
yeah.
She was the center of attention without trying to be, just like I am, and she didn't mind telling the funniest story and repeating something funny that happened. So I knew I wanted to do something with entertainment, but I didn't know if it was going to be music. I didn't know if it was going to be acting.
Mhm.
I really didn't even think about comedy. I just was a funny guy that knew how to act. So I moved to Atlanta, and I booked a play where I had to be the comedic relief. And man, I was getting a standing ovation every night when I did that play. I did that play for 6 months. And I was like,
6 months
yo,
straight.
6 months straight.
Damn.
So I was like, yo, maybe there's something to this. And then
Mm-hmm.
next thing you know, people start hitting me up like, yo, man, you ought to be a comedian. I was like, I'm not no comedian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they start talking about they'll pay. I'm like, oh shit, there we go. Let me see what's up with that.
Get that
And,
check.
and that's when it started.
Mm. So like I know with everything that's going on with COVID or whatnot, like how is it personally? How have you had to adjust, and how has it taken away from what you got going?
Oh man. It was a drastic change, bro. I was actually getting ready to go on a 40 city tour.
Damn.
So I had a comedy tour that was about to pop off starting March 20th,
Mm-hmm.
and it was going to go through June 10th. And man, I'm talking I was somewhere everywhere, man. I'm talking about New York, LA, uh, to the Jackson, Mississippi, Houston, Texas, New Orleans, Orlando, Florida. I mean, I was all over the place, man. And then I host with the College Park Skyhawks
Okay.
and also the Atlanta Hawks. So I had games that got canceled. So I had lots of things that got canceled, man, like right off the back. And it's crazy, but I had just moved, which was hilarious. So there was kind of a freak out moment. Then I had to remember, man, and I think this is for everybody, dog. As dark as this seems, you can't name one thing in life that you've been through that God didn't get you through.
Yeah.
And I had to sit back and get back rooted, man. Like, man, I've been in worse places. I've been in worse predicaments.
Yeah.
And God always somehow pulls me through. And not somehow, he just pulls through and then it works out. And I had to sit back and think like that. Now, my money got tight. So I
Yeah.
took a part-time job slinging boxes for the white man, I took that job, for a temporary little amount of time just to
Just do it. No.
it, it ain't like the money was crazy. It's nowhere near what I would make doing my shows. But you know what? It wasn't about the money. I realized, man, as a man, when you built to just have tasks, sometimes you just need something to get up and do.
Yeah.
And I think it was more so that, man, just having somewhere to get up and go and not just be at the house every day and then bring a little change until everything opens back up. So that's how it affected me, man. And
Yeah.
I'm meeting some cool people along the way, man. I'm doing all right, man.
Yeah. I think like for me personally, it's been, man, it hadn't been down because I think I prepared from that last recession. Like when you spoke on God, like man, I was out hustling Obama stickers just to get into barber school. You know what
Right,
I'm
right,
saying?
right,
And from there, it's like everything just took off. And now, years later, here it is. It's almost like it's another recession, quote unquote. And
right.
shit, I'm like, okay, what can I learn right now? I'm in the
Yeah,
garden. I'm learning about coding, building video games. Still got the hustle and the mentality of, you know what I'm saying, like barbershop got completely slow. But I was like,
oh, of course.
what
Anybody
can
making
I
an right
what
now?
yeah, what can I read? What can I how can I improve myself? So that's when I started doing the Zoom videos. And one of the first people was a therapist from DC, Alexis Alton. So it
Right.
was just like, you know what, season 3 is going. No, I did my homeboy. He's a comedian from Memphis, Reggie Jr. So I was like, you know what, let me take season 3 and let me make it about the visual aspect. And
Right.
it just started, she just started taking off. So I see that you got a show on not on Instagram, but on iTunes. You know what I'm saying? Your live show.
Oh, the comedy album.
Yeah, the comedy album. So it's Life After 30. Rod Minger.
Yeah.
What were you doing before your comedy career, and what did quitting your job sound and look like?
So
that's before you get into what the album is about.
Okay, yeah. So, nah, man. So, I went to college. I got my degree.
Mm-hmm.
Moved to Atlanta. Like I said, I did the play for 6 months, and then it ended. So then I took a corporate job. I worked for the Art Institute of Atlanta as an admissions advisor.
Damn.
So,
I can only imagine you and that motherfucker just.
Man, was suited and booted. Corporate job, nice little office. Well, not office, little cubicle, but it was nice.
Yeah.
And I worked there for 2 years, and I got laid off from there. And then I booked another play. I rolled with that for a few months, and then when that ended, I started selling products for the Home Shopping Network. You ever been to like one of them Walmarts or Belk? And it'd be a little person in the center with the little light on the little stage. Tell you come and try. I used to be one of those niggas.
Damn.
Yeah, I was one of them. I did that for 2 years. I estimate that to this day, not including shows, but out of corporate jobs that I've had, that job might be one of the most highest paying jobs I've had outside of entertainment. But it was all commission. So I go in and you got $10 commission for every product you sold, and I would sell. Shoot, man, 40 a day.
Damn.
40, 50, sometimes 100. It was just the commission was crazy. So when it was hot, it was hot. But when it sucked, it sucked. Yeah, but the thing about it was hit or miss. And then after that, I became an admission advisor at the Cordon Bleu. So I spent most of my 20s corporate.
Okay.
And all the entertainment stuff I did on the side. Okay. But my last run in when I worked at the Cordon Bleu, I started praying and fasting about, I'm like, all right, guys, it's time for me to kind of go on this thing full time, but I need the right opportunity, to kind of push me. Because I knew that I'm country. I come from a blue collar family where everybody, it's just work, work, work. That's all we know.
Yeah.
So it's not enrooted in me to step out on faith and go do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was praying on it, man, I got a phone call to start being an MC for SEC Nation. And I took that, and I had that contract for 3 years straight, and that's how I left. I left my job and did that, and then I left SC Nation, went did the cruise lines, cruise lines, came home, started going on comedy tours, and the rest is history. I haven't been corporate since I was 30, and I'm 36. I'll be 37 in a couple of months.
Damn. So now you got to tell us about how that album. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I got to the story about your grandma.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my grandma didn't play, man. A lot of my life lessons I learned from her, man. So the album thing is kind of stems off something. I think my manager seen it in Dolomite. He's like, man, instead of us just doing a live comedy album at the club, how about we get a live studio audience and go in the studio and record it?
Yeah.
And it's fun that he had that idea because we had no idea that the Corona thing was about to pop off. So it just worked out that I had an album you can listen to instead of watch. Because it's hard. Think about it. TV is hard right now, man, because everybody's binging shows, binging movies that they haven't seen. So it's hard to compete with that. Then you got stuff people want to watch on YouTube. TV is just massive. But to have something they can pop in the car, pop in while they're cleaning up.
Riding to it.
It was just genius. Yeah. So, and my manager's like, man, just do stuff that you haven't talked about on stage. So I just thought of every random story I could think of off the top of my head and put that into that album. So that album is about 75% improv.
75?
Mm-hmm.
So, like me watching that Dolomite story, it made me understand like people like Master P, Young Dolph, and how the credit, and even Snoop and them, like, they got to get that credit back to Dolomite on how he was able to maneuver through business, and do as he was doing. And then I also look at what you were saying with, you probably learned a lot of skill set being in Walmart at that kiosk selling products as a salesman.
Bruh, you got to sell it. You got to sell it when you don't feel like it.
Yeah, so it's like, man, my hat's off to you on that. That whole just run and just doing that, bro. Like,
bro, I did it all to get here, bro. I just knew where I was from. I couldn't get it like I wanted to get it where I was from. So that's what made me branch out, come to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And I, if I'm gonna be here, man, one of the best things I learned when I first got here, my cousin is the reason I moved here. She was like, "Yeah, man, you come stay with me.
Okay.
You can figure it out."
Yeah.
And then I packed all my shit up, put it in my car, and I drove up here. And she basically told me once I got here, she let me chill for about 2 days. And she basically told me I had to the end of the month to figure it out. Mm-hmm. And as crazy as that sounds, that's one of the best things she could have ever did.
That's real.
Because it showed me I had no time to waste.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't come up here and play and bullshit. Yeah. And now make matters worse, bro. My cousin lives in McDonough. And this is back in 2006, where wasn't no GPS. So
you gotta find and figure out where.
Bro, you had to find and figure shit out and print out MapQuest. And I was riding around with papers. And man, in them 30 days, dog, I interviewed for multiple jobs.
Yeah.
I was going to multiple networking events. Like I never took time to rest. And I was working out. She had a gym in her house. So I was working out to get my body in shape.
Yeah.
But during the day I was running. Mm-hmm. But I had a fire under my ass because she told me I had 30 days. And it's funny, man. Me and her talk once a week. And she just talked about how much of a grinder I look like to her. But I'm like, she don't even understand. That grind in Atlanta started with her telling me I had 30 days.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, now when it's time to do something, I can do it all. Like, bruh, I'm sleeping right now. But I'm like, I told my boy, Arby's going to do this podcast. Let's knock it out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like that. Bruh, if you had seen me before Corona popped off, like, man, I had some days where I had to fly to 2 different cities in the same day. I was like, I can balance that. I can do that one and then fly here and go do that.
Yeah.
I don't want them dudes like, all right, man, that's me for the day.
So it's got to be the work.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do everything I can do. I got to be doing something. Hey, man, you know, even when I slang boxes for the white man, dog, I listen. I'm be the nigga in there that slang a whole bunch of boxes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna stand around and try to just talk to everybody. Time go by too slow.
Yeah.
Let me go slang some boxes around.
They do, and it's like, you know, hearing how you saying and what you saying, it reminds me of like me moving to Atlanta from Memphis. My brother, me working for my brother. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn customer service because it wasn't even a title that he was giving me. It was this dude named David Brownlee. I started, watching his videos on customer service, and I started pinpointing certain things that wasn't going on in the company. And as I did that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep adding this shit. And I was working for free, literally, for my brother, because it was like the money wasn't coming in like I needed. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm finna go do security. I did security while I was here. While I was doing that, I was like, man, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna figure out a way to get this shit. And it's just
that's it.
One thing led to another, and I'm like, I was staying with him. Shit got twisted. I was like, let me get my own spot. Got my own spot. It was a hellhole, but from there, just the next phase, and it's just been an all out grind, man.
Yeah, man, you gonna figure it out, and that's it, and that's just period.
Yeah. So before I ask you this next question, so as far as like with the comedy, do you take time out and like jot down your ideas? Like if I'm writing a song, somebody can give me a word and I can write a verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you take time out and just write, or is it just like shit just come to you and you just like how?
I mean, it's a mixture, man. But absolutely, I absolutely do write stuff down. I have a notepad I keep on my phone at all times, and then I put it in there, and then I deleted a whole bunch of jokes I wrote when I was on the ship. So now when I put them in a notepad, I email them to myself so I can have them, so I'll never lose them. But something that comes to me in a conversation that somebody's talking about, or I have a memory of something that happened, and I find a way to make it funny and kind of put it out. And then what I do is I put my set in the outline.
Okay.
Every time I add something new, I put it where it fits best in the outline. So what that does, it stretches out the original set bigger, and bigger, and bigger. Mm-hmm. And I kind of rock with it like that. But yeah, I write stuff down all the time, man. Anytime I get an idea, even for skits, I write it down. A movie idea, I write it down. You know, just write it down, bro. You know, I'm almost 40.
Yeah.
But write it down, but the memory ain't.
Forget it. I'll be at work like a beat idea come to my head. I'm like, damn, I'm finna leave. I'm finna stop what I'm doing, go record that, man. Keep it moving, put it in the locker, keep going.
I've been driving on a road trip and jotted my joke down on a voice record.
Yeah.
Hey man, right joke by blonde guy in Texas.
Mm.
And I remember it once I hear it, I'll see it. But if I leave it just to have it in here till I get home, I'd be doing something else.
Yeah.
Especially with the quarantine. These days going by so fast. That was about to be the first again.
Man, that's what I just told. I was talking to my neighbors and it was like, she was like, well, it's already finna be December. I was like, damn, it's June already, man. It's like,
bruh.
Shit, the one thing I can remember is when Kobe died. That's like one thing that's fresh on my mind. It's like I'm in the shop chilling. That's like one of the last things I can remember, man. You know, I know exactly where I was at or what I was doing. You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I had an edible that had me lit. I was on the edible, and I remember my homegirl had told me, and man, I just remember being the whole high just went away.
Yeah.
I was like, what? And I was teary eyed, and I was on it was crazy, dog.
Yeah, that fucked me all the way up with having a daughter, and like just all them thoughts running through your mind. Like, damn, was his daughter with him? Then you find out she was, and then they were saying other people was on the plane, and it was like, oh man,
it was a nightmare, man. Because he was such a positive light, man. Even when if you didn't know him personally, he's just a positive light, man. I love Kobe. Has always been one of my favorite players before and after this. And just to see him at the game, relaxed, not all in the zone and pissed. He's on the sorry ass team, man, for some years before he retired.
Hell yeah, and then he was vibing with the players, like.
He was chilling, man. He's like, you seen him hollering at LeBron on the sideline. He was, that next day he was going to see the Portland Trail Blazers play the Lakers. He wanted to see Carmelo because he had just got picked up on another team.
Yeah,
how close he was with Gabrielle Union when you see him talking to Jay-Z and Beyonce on the sidelines. He's just he's just seemed like a cool guy, man.
And then like what I take from it too is like, he learned a hell of a lot from Jordan, right?
Yep.
And I feel like what he was demonstrating is the aspect of teaching the next generation some skills that weren't even shared to other people. And then I look at the players that he invested into that time.
Yeah.
Look at Trae Young.
Trae Young dominating. And Trae Young the same height as me.
Look at Luka.
Killer.
Look at the Greek freak, because I can't say his whole goddamn name.
Yeah. Giannis. But he says, yeah, man, Kobe was like, he was willing to coach anybody that was willing to be a good student.
And the female ballers too.
The females balling, dog. They say his daughter had a jump shot wet,
and he was giving her footwork that he learned in 20 years. She was learning at 11 and 12.
Bro, she's gonna be a problem. I was with his family on Disney Cruise Lines, but the week before his jersey got retired, he came on the cruise with us that Monday. Him, his whole family, his wife, his mother-in-law, both his daughters, they came and cruised with us, man. I was on the ship with Kobe the week. That's the memory I always have. He had security around him. You couldn't get to him and no shit like that. But me and Kobe was on the same cruise. He flew from my cruise and flew to LA and had both his jerseys retired. That'd be the memory I always have. I ain't get to hang with him, nothing like that. But the fact that he was there.
Yeah. So, like getting back to the things, like what was your worst show?
Oh man, everybody had the worst show. It's the same thing, man. Bombing on stage, and wasn't nobody laughing. Matter of fact, the anniversary of that show was today. I just had the flashback. Today, 2000. I want to say 14. 2014, man. I opened up for this guy named Doodoo Brown.
I remember Doodoo Brown.
And I don't know, man. I don't know. His crowd just was not feeling me, bro. And I had just had an amazing show with another comedian, and I left that show and went to his show. I was like, man, I'm on fire. And I went to his show and got the fucking water put on me. And I had to do 2 shows back to back, 8 and the 10. And I bombed both times.
But I think so. Do you think you needed that, or was it just?
It was just humbling. It was just humbling, and you know what? It was needed. Not to a short version. It was needed because my worst fear as a comedian back then, because I quit comedy for 2 years. I stopped doing comedy. I stopped performing when I went through a divorce.
Okay.
So I didn't do anything with entertainment. I just all corporate, nothing entertainment. So when I came back, I started kind of hitting the open mics and getting my name back out there.
Yeah.
And then somebody put me on the stage I wasn't ready for. But my worst fear was to be put on the stage I wasn't ready for, and to be up there and see what it felt like. And so basically, when I bombed on that night, I got to experience my worst fear and how did I react. And after I got done with it, both shows, I got in my car. I was like, that went bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And on to the next. So yeah, it was needed.
Gotcha. So how long, like on that album that you did, Life After 30, like how long did it take you to like record that and like come was it?
That took as long as the album is. The album's 48 minutes. It took me 48 minutes.
Literally, just
going
in.
I got in studio. It was morning time, which is funny about that album. I recorded that in the morning. So I told my manager, I said, this is what we got to do. I said, we're going to have a studio audience here. Even though it's morning, we're going to treat it like it's night. So everybody that drink, need a drink. Everybody that smoke, needs some smoke.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be a vibe because when I got there, it felt like morning time.
Okay.
Like niggas had croissants. You know what I'm saying? Niggas had croissants, orange juice. Niggas had, the girls that was there had bonnets on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was morning.
Yeah.
It's like my manager had just gathered up some people like, yo, man, let's come to the studio. My client finna do an album. Look, man, you got to do something to get them in the zone. So I let the people that, like I said, I let the people that drink, people that smoke.
Yeah.
And then waited about 10 minutes. And I see everybody started having that geek look.
Yeah.
I said, all right, let's do it. And then I just started firing off rockets.
Yeah.
Anything come on top of my head that I could think of that I hadn't said on stage, I was just trying to get it out there. Boom, boom, let's go.
Pew, pew, yeah. Man, that's what's up, man.
Oh, yeah.
So how fast did you progress in stand-up comedy?
Quickly, to me. I mean, I'm not one of the top dogs by no means. But the reason I say quickly, because I came into comedy getting paid, where that doesn't normally happen. So how that happened for me was, like I said, I was doing that play, and then somebody that seen me in that play booked me to do something at a church, and then somebody seen me at that church and put me in another church. So my comedy career started with churches.
For real?
So yeah, and then this publicist seen me through another play by the name of April Love, and then she started booking me to host like these random ass events, and all of them was like paying $300 here, $400 there, $500 there, and this is like 2008, 9, 10, where like when you started comedy, you just doing open mic and that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was getting paid, and all my shows were going good. So I didn't bomb until later, which is funny. So I came in hot, getting paid, having good shows. It took me I didn't bomb. I didn't have my first bomb probably the first 4 months of my career.
For real?
But boy, that fourth month, it came.
It came.
It came. Oh, it was bad. So yeah, so that's why I say it came out good. And then my comedy career has led me to some different things that I think other comedians, I ain't gonna say they're not interested in, but they probably just haven't thought about. You know, I toured with SEC Nation, the football show with Paul Feinbaum for 3 years. Nobody's really checking for that. I did a tour where I went with Olive Garden food truck, and we stopped in different cities and opened up the truck and gave out free sandwiches to the community and threw a block party. I did that for a whole summer. I did a corporate event for Academy Sports. I toured with Disney Cruise Lines for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I just do some other things that I don't, you know, I just did a comedy album. I just try to do other things, man, because I think what happens when a comedian gets hot with something, everybody else tries to do it.
I was just about to say, it sounds
the top dogs. You know, think about it. Everybody knows DC Youngfly started the split screen roasting.
Okay.
But as soon as he got hot with it, a million other comedians started doing it. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody knows, you know, Carlos Miller, Chico Bean, Shawty, Nick Cannon, all of them on the Wild 'N Out. They do all the little improv games. Not everybody think they're master of those games. You know what I'm saying? So I'm that guy. Whether I become a top dog or not in the game, as long as I can eat, man, take care of my family, and my mental health is cool, I'm cool.
that's like being a trendsetter. That's something my pops always, he always preached to me, my brother, and my sister. Like, look, whatever you do, be a trendsetter. Don't follow the herd. You know what I'm saying? And I just keep that close to my belt at all times. Like,
oh yeah,
I even with the podcast, it's like this shit started from me being over my homeboy house, I'm about to show you, me using a boom mic recorder. You know what I'm saying? And I'm catching the audio, and it's starting from there, and I'm just chilling, cutting this hair, and we talking, and I'm like, now I can go back to that.
Yeah.
And now it's like it's progress. It's progress. It's constant progress. So I definitely feel you, man. Like,
oh yeah,
it's
man.
You, man. You stepping outside your comfort zone. It's it's gonna pile up when, like, just doing this interview, right?
Yeah.
Somebody gonna see and be like you said, my homeboy Rod Love. Shout out to Rod. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like I can only imagine when he see like, oh, you ain't interviewed me yet though, bro. So I gotta interview him too. So how is the IG miniseries We Can't Be Friends going? And did you write it?
Yeah, man. So that's going good. We actually just shot episodes 2 and 3 just the other day. So I started this with this girl by the name of Tiffany Cozy. Okay. She's a great editor, great actress. And I bumped into her at this event that K Michelle was throwing. And
Memphis 10.
Yeah, man. And now people follow each other on Instagram. I went to her page and I seen she had all these videos and they were edited really well. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But she wasn't really pushing them. So I could tell, like, she just liked to edit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can tell, like, some girls, they just learn something. I was like, she just liked to edit. Mm-hmm. She had short films. She had skits, all types of stuff. But, like, they weren't doing, like, really, really massive numbers. So I was like, man, her work together. Shoot, I don't know how to edit. My editing is trash. I like, man, we can find a way to push these things even harder. So I just hit her up. I was like, yo, man, I like your editing style, your acting. I would love to work with you. And I put in quotations, listen, I'm not flirting. I'm serious. I like to work. And then she hit me back like, oh, cool, let's do it. And we got together and we did this first one. The first series we did was called Disaster Date. Where she went on a date with a dude that was home, found out he lived at a homeless shelter. So we did a reenactment of it. So we did a 5-part series with that. Yeah. And I had never done a 5-part series skit before. I was like, damn, that's kind of a cool idea. Do a mini series, even shorter, right? Mm-hmm. And then that's when I came with the idea of We Can't Be Friends, which is basically about a couple that meets, falls in love really quickly, moves in together, but breaks up, but neither one of them have the means to move out. So they got to work out their relationship while living together, but being broken up. So that's what the series is based on. That's why it's called We Can't Be Friends.
Nah, that's dope, man. Because it's like that's kind of what. And I was in the studio one time with Slim Cutter Calhoun. We had we had a studio session. My partners from Nashville, Snipes, and I was just mentioning to him. I just feel like at this point of time, how artists can really like change the game and redirect the music is, instead of doing like 25 songs, do 5 songs and do a short film to the songs. Like,
bruh, that part.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's, I think my thing is I had the ideas, but I don't always have the people to help execute that shit.
Man, but the thing about it, man, you gotta find.
I know.
You gotta find a way to be that solo executioner, man. I just learned, like, even with me, my Achilles heel has always been not being able to edit, man. Like, I feel like if I knew how to edit, I'd be a lot farther than I am now, because I have some great ideas, but I'm always at the wheels of somebody else. How fast they want to edit, when they want to put it out, when they want to do it. Now, thank God, the girl I work with now, she's very consistent. But I've worked with about 7 different editors. For real. And it always came down to the same thing. Either I was pushing them too hard, or they didn't feel like it, or just weird stuff, man. Because I'm like, let's do it. Yeah, like, bro,
let's get to work.
Bro, we shot 2 scenes. We shot 2 episodes the other day, bro, and I hadn't had no sleep. I had been up all night with insomnia. Got up, went to work at Amazon, sat there to 1, left there, and went to the gym, and then came home and shot 2 episodes.
Well, you was dead to the
work. I was dead. The next day I was wrapped. During that, nobody that was in that film with me knew that. Nobody that was on crew knew that. I pushed through. I believe in the Cobra mentality, the Mamba mentality.
You gotta. You gotta have that, man. Like, ain't nobody else nobody else is gonna work as hard as you.
Nah.
So either this shit gonna get done or it's just gonna sit there. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell my homeboys like, shit, Rob and them. Rob was like, my homeboy Reggie was like, hey man, we want to do this show in Alabama. I was like, nigga, how much is the room gonna cost to get? We're gonna come down there and film this shit. We're gonna make it happen. And he was like, fuck it, like, let's make it happen, bro. So we did that shit. So I got you on this. I think I got you on this, Rob. Janet Jackson or Halle Berry?
Halle Berry.
Damn. I feel you.
Too easy.
Too easy. Shit's just too easy.
It's too easy though.
Top 3 comedians.
Ever or right now?
Hey man, that's on you. I asked the questions. I ain't
top 3 ever. You gotta go.
Who your top 3? It ain't gotta be yo. It's just who your top 3.
You gotta go Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle, and you gotta go Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle.
Look at him. He don't know. He don't know who
it's a tie between a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But and then the eras change. No, comedy changed. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
But I would say Richard Pryor,
Dave
Chappelle. And then you want to say Eddie Murphy, but he only did 2 albums versus people like Cat Williams who did about 10. Kevin Hart got 10. Mike Epps got about 10. See, I feel like if Cat Williams hadn't started drifting left, the spot that Kevin Hart in, I think Cat Williams would have been right there with him. Because when he did Pip Chronicles, like he looked unstoppable. He looked, man, that one he did with the green jacket on.
Yeah,
I remember watching that.
When he in Atlanta?
Yeah, he was in Atlanta, the Cobb Energy Center.
Yeah.
I remember watching that like, damn, dog, this nigga is fucking hilarious, dog. And I wasn't even doing comedy yet.
For real?
I just was working a regular job, and I remember watching it on HBO. I was like, damn, that nigga fun. That nigga is freaking hysterical.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Hart did The Grown Little Man. I remember thinking the same thing, like, damn, this nigga is really funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I seen Kevin Hart in person before he was famous. So I know all about his work ethic.
Yeah, that motherfucker is a workaholic. Like,
yeah.
That motherfucker, like, he don't sleep. And then it seemed like he learned to use technology to his advantage.
Yeah.
It's either that or somebody around him.
It don't matter. He branded it. Yeah, Kevin Hart, he set the blueprint out for use social media to brand comedy. Nobody was thinking about it. No other comedians was thinking about it. Like, that nigga started using. He started with Twitter. And then he started with the YouTube, and then Instagram came, and then it was just a wrap. He was just a man. But I promoted a show for Kevin Hart when I was a junior in college. 2003.
Okay.
Tickets was $5. Kevin Hart, nigga. $5 in Tuscaloosa, Alabama to see Kevin Hart. And 15 people came.
What?
He wasn't famous yet. 15 people. I was promoting the show. Steve Brown was the host. I was promoting with my fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi. Shout out to the bros.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was telling everybody, yo, man, it's the guy from Soul Plane. You know, the comedian from Soul Plane. He gonna be here on Thursday, man. Y'all come out. It's gonna be lit. You know what I'm saying? He was in Soul Plane. He like the next new wave. He's hosting a new Comic View. And people was like, so?
Damn, I know them folks like, damn.
They probably don't remember. I posted about it on Facebook like 2 years ago. A couple people remember it, but a lot of people didn't even remember it. But I still remember it, dog. Like,
damn, why you ain't it? What's like?
Dog,
I told you.
$5. $5.
I ain't gonna lie. That's how it was. My homegirl Nina Stacks, when Big Crit came to Memphis, she said, "Nigga, it was literally 10 people there."
And it'd be like that.
I didn't even hear about no Crit show. I think it was because I didn't even know her at the time, and it was just like, I'm literally looking for hip hop because we doing music and ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't really a
Memphis is weirdly spread out. I did Chuckles. I've been Chuckles a couple of times.
Yeah,
it's a weird shaped place.
It's weird, man. It's like that shit crazy. Like that.
Oh yeah.
All right. Prince or Michael Jackson? Oh, hold before I go there. Why did you choose those comedians? Like, what about them stood out to you?
Well, Richard Pryor, I like stories in my comedy. That's my style, and that's what I like to see. So, Richard Pryor, just tell great stories that have you just
that nigga there, he had you
intertwined like you there. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's painting a mental picture for you. Dave Chappelle is probably a great storyteller, and he's one of the most clever guys to ever touch a stage.
Yeah.
And dog, I think Dave Chappelle has done like 5 comedy specials in the last 2 years. Like he just come up with fresh material, fresh hour. You got some comedians that travel around and do the same set for 20 years. This man doing 5 in 2 years. Like it's insane. And then you got who else I said?
You do Cat and
Cat Williams. I just like Cat because it seemed like Cat just erupted onto the scene. It's like he was on Wild 'N Out. He did a couple of movie cameos, and then boom, he was just doing his comedy specials. You just seen him selling out all over the country. Like, dang,
that nigga's a damn fool.
And then Kevin Hart, man, I just like how consistent he is, man. That man don't never stop.
Yeah,
he put his friends on, and his friends, they're very supportive of him. Ain't nobody hating on nobody, wondering about who the top dude. Everybody just want to work. And I feel like he opened the gate to take his friends with him. They all ride private jets together. He pulls out the blueprint. He's very open to helping up-and-coming guys, no matter their age, young or old. He seems to be a good dude. I don't know him personally.
He reminds me a lot of LeBron when I see the moves that he make. You know what I'm saying? It's a collective or it's a team. You know what I'm saying? Doing
right
and making sure that like everybody's eating, everybody's prospering off of that.
Yep. And he stays positive, keeps himself out of dirt. He had the little scandal a couple of years ago, but outside of that, he's still a dude.
Yeah.
So shit can happen to anybody, and half the people that was crucifying him, they got shit going on at their house. But it's the fact. Outside of that man stay out of trouble. He went like with Mike Epstein was trying to fire his ass up on the line. He wasn't trying to go back and forth.
Yeah.
That man like, look, man, let the work speak, and he did it. That man doing a comedy special every 2 years. There's a comedy special coming out. He in a movie every season.
Every season, yeah.
Fall, winter, summer, spring. That man's in a movie, dog. Something's coming out, and it's crazy.
Prince or Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson.
I can't even say nothing bad.
I know people got their thing, man, but I got Michael Jackson. The longevity, the career, the moves. Michael Jackson made people faint. Michael Jackson couldn't even go to Walmart without. If Michael Jackson walked in Walmart while he was like, everybody in Walmart was gonna faint. Period. That's how talented he was. He just made people faint and throw up.
White kids. Man.
Yeah, and Prince is great too, man. But Michael Jackson, man, just more hits, more creativity. Michael Jackson did halftime at the Super Bowl and stood still for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Just looking. Come on, man.
Like, bitch, I'm cold.
That's iconic.
Yeah, I wish they would have worked together. That's my
that could have been something, but they was too big to work together. Mike Jackson could barely work with his own sister.
They were supposed to do. I think, if I am mistaken, they said Prince was supposed to be one of the characters in the Bad video.
I didn't know that. I didn't hear that.
I heard that recently. I was like, man, that shit would have been crazy. But Prince was like, I'm not finna get slapped around. Not by my
God. Period.
Where is comedy taking you on the journey, on the road?
What has it taken me?
Yeah, like where? You know what I'm saying? Like destination wise, like international, like.
Oh, I haven't done an international show yet, but I'm sure it's coming.
Yeah.
The only international shows I might have done is the ones on the ship. I was with Disney, so I've done some all over the place with that. But as far as me traveling myself, everything's been U.S. But man, I'm open to anywhere, dog. They want to laugh, I want to come.
Yeah.
I love a good crowd. I want people that want to have a good time. I know it's gonna be hard for everybody to get back to normal, but hey, man, when they open the doors, I'm coming and I'm running. I'm taking all the shows. Man. All the shows that nobody want, I'll take them. North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Oregon, the places that nobody want to go, call Rod Minger. I'll pull up.
That's a win-win.
If y'all paying for me to come, and y'all paying for somewhere to stay, I'm pulling up. And that's period.
So what is your personal creed when dealing with a promoter that doesn't handle business properly on the front or back end? And is there a difference?
I'm not showing up without a deposit.
Okay.
And then I've been blessed so far. I haven't really had any bad promoters thus far. I've had canceled shows.
Okay.
I haven't had any bad comedy promoters. I've heard of some, but I haven't seen. I've had one incident where a girl tried to throw a show in my hometown, and she didn't have all the money that she said she could have. Mm-hmm. But that didn't make. She wasn't bad. I think she just oversold it. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even prosecute her as a bad promoter. I think she just thought she could really sell the tickets that she was supposed to sell, and she based the payout off of that. And that's what promoters got to know. Anybody that's a new promoter that's watching this, you can't pay your entertainers off ticket sales. You have to have the money already.
Yeah.
And that way, don't nobody start beefing. But no, I haven't had any, outside of that, I haven't had any bad promoters. The only bad promoters I've had have been from some plays that I did. And that really wasn't even their fault. That was my fault because I've done some plays that I had no business doing. Well, I knew they was trash or I knew they was bad. And I was like, I'm going to just do it because I already signed up. Yes. But I don't do that no more. If I read the script, I don't like it, I'll quit before it even starts.
From Jump Street.
From Jump. See, I used to not read it. I was just when I first got here, it's like I said, I had that hustle mentality. Especially when I stayed with my cousin. Anybody that booked me, I was with it. I'd take it. One time I was working a corporate job when I worked at our institute. I was working at the Art Institute. I was in 2 plays, and I was hosting a show every Thursday night for about 4 months. And I pulled it off.
No burnout.
Nah, no burnout. I was cool. I mean, I might have started slacking at work. That's probably why I got let go. But I still showed up every morning.
What were you doing? What was that job consisting of?
Just had to call out and recruit students that were interested in going to the Art Institute.
Okay.
But you had a quota, though, man. They treated it like they were sales items. You know what I'm saying? I had to call hundreds of people a day, recruit, 10 to 20 people a month, then help them get on the right career path for what they're trying to do. Mm-hmm. But, man, my mind wasn't there. My mind used to always be on what I had to do when I got off.
But that was like, so would you say you were able to apply, like, a lot of that you learned from them corporate jobs and what you've been doing, though?
I can't say if I have it. I mean, it might be some life lessons. I mean, I met one of my best friends in the world at that job.
Okay.
So, I mean, everything has a place. I lived a good lifestyle. I had a nice salary. So I had a nice, place, nice car. Okay. I was able to help my mom out, financially. So I don't regret any of it. I might have learned some things that maybe come out, I became a man working in my 20s, you know what I'm saying? So I learned man stuff, you know what I'm saying? That was my adult life.
Gotcha.
Balancing checkbooks and paying bills and, all that stuff, man. So, it came to.
Real nigga shit, as they say.
And I didn't let it make me either, man. I remember my manager telling me at the time when she realized what kind of schedule I had, because I used to go to my car and go to sleep on my breaks and stuff. And she was like, why are you doing so much for this entertainment? You're not going to make any money doing that. You need to focus here. This is your career. This is how you get paid. I was like, I'm going to make money doing it.
Yeah.
You got me fucked up.
Yeah, that's motivation.
Yeah, now I don't even see her anymore. It's crazy. I wish I could call her and talk to her sometime.
Shit, that sound like it. That sound like everybody's story. Like, yeah, I got something to that motherfucker now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So what's your favorite movie?
Oh man, it's too many. I'm a movie buff, so I can't even name. I'd be lying. I'd just be picking something random. I love movies, dog.
3 then, since we had 3 comedians.
Movies of all time. First thing, Avengers Endgame.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Coming to America.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm gonna go. Oh man, that's tough, brother. I love a lot of movies, dog. I don't know, and it's something with Ben Stiller. Yeah, Ben Stiller. He's one of my favorite comedic actors. So something with him, I'm sure it was hilarious. That I loved. I mean, I have a DVD collection up front right now. I can show it to you if I walked up there. They're stacked up taller than me in a case. Yeah, bro.
So, what's some valuable advice a comedian or another person gave you about stand-up comedy?
Go from. I remember it's a couple things, man. I have a lot of gems on me. Be yourself. Don't go up there trying to say something. Go up there and have something to say. Don't follow the crowd. Be your own person.
Yeah.
Stay positive. Stay away from negativity, which a lot of comedians, I wish I could tell that to a lot of people, man. It's a lot of bad energy in comedy if you let yourself get around it. You know what I'm saying? People talking about each other or backstabbing or disrespecting each other or hating on each other behind each other's back. No comedian can come and say that they caught me doing that, because that ain't what I do.
You just saying from the business side or just in general?
Just in general.
Okay.
Just find you something better to do. Don't just clunk up in the green room and be messy and chatty. That's what girls do.
Yeah.
Go watch the show.
Chatty,
you comedian, man. Critique somebody. Maybe you can help somebody with a joke. Maybe you can help somebody with another transition.
Yeah.
Let's work together instead of just sitting in and bickering over the stuff that ain't helping none of us.
It's real. It's real. So shit. I mean, so now I'm ultimate goal, man.
My ultimate goal, man, is to be the lead character on a comedic sitcom via our example, The Office. Okay. Everybody Loves Raymond. Yeah. Martin. Something of that kind of hystericalness.
Yeah.
I want to be the lead on that. Friends, Living Single. Something funny, dog, that people are watching weekly. I want that. I feel like that can drive my career in the perfect direction. Like, to be the lead character on the sitcom that everybody, not just anyone, but something that everybody likes. Like the go-to comedic sitcom of that season, whenever it comes. So,
I got an idea that came to me, and I'm gonna go ahead and share it. It was based off of Red Fox.
Mm-hmm.
The same way that we had the show Sanford and Son.
Right.
I thought about just doing a show with a daughter and a mom.
That could work. Just like the Parkers.
Yeah. But it's like but you know what I'm saying, more I think more so in terms of like present day though.
Oh yeah, it could be smooth.
You know what I'm saying? Funny as hell.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but I mean that's
pick the pen up.
Oh yeah. I'm always writing. Look.
There it is.
A book right there.
Keep the pen rocking.
Yeah. So just where can people find you? You know what I'm saying? Like if they want to get in touch with you or contact and follow along with what you got going on your journey.
Yeah, man. Follow me on all social media outlets at Rod.Minger. That's ROD. Minger. That's MINGER. I tell everybody it's like finger with the M. Or they can go to my website, rodminger.com.
Yeah.
And then that's it, man. Find me on Facebook, Rod Minger. I'm Rod Minger on everything, man. And download my comedy album, Rod Minger's Life After 30. Download that. Check that out. It's hilarious.
Hell yeah, that shit funny as hell, man. Man, I ain't gonna hold your time, man. I definitely appreciate, you know what I'm saying, you stopping by.
All day, man. All day.
Man, and man, looking forward to, your success, man, going forward and man, taking off, bro. Especially after, you know what I'm saying, after the COVID, after the quarantine is over.
Man, man. I appreciate it, man. Definitely respect it. Respect the platform, dog.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man. What's before we go, give a gem, man, to somebody listening.
Tell people I stick by this, man. I got this from this came from my grandmother. Hardest goal in life to have is one nobody thinks you can achieve. But the best feeling in the world is to do it anyway. So go out there and do you and don't worry about nobody else, man. Rod Minger said it.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, bro.
All day, man.
Hey, this is Art, the Architect of More Than Haircut podcast, and we out, man. Hey, peace, bro.
Yo.